Hey, Melody, what did you tell Adam? He's been grumbling a lot. Hey, sis, how's it going? Don't be silly. What did you tell him? What did I tell him? I didn't tell him anything. Remember I bought Jake a toy the last time we were at our parents' house? Adam thanked me for that. I can manage to purchase a toy if it doesn't cost much. But from now on, I may not be able to buy him toys as often. That's all I said. What do you mean? The toys Jake asks me are mostly expensive. A video game, a tablet, and even a vacuum cleaner for some reason. It's just what he wants, so why can't you buy it for him? Even if I recommend to get something cheaper, he says, "My mom said I should get this." Aren't you the one making him say that? No child would ever want a vacuum cleaner, you know. I'm not making him say that. We're not that poor that we can't afford to buy him toys. A vacuum cleaner is not a toy. Anyway, that's what I told Adam. Huh? You said that to him? Yeah, I just said it on the spur of the moment. Then he suddenly turned serious. He apologized and said he was sorry about it. What? He said he didn't know Jake was asking me for something so expensive. I told him that I didn't want him to apologize or anything. But he may have taken it too seriously. It's certainly a surprising amount of money. Adam is an honest and serious person. Of course he would be surprised to hear such thing. I see. Well, anyway, I'm not going to buy his toys anymore, all right? I'm about to get married, so I need to save up some money for it. I know. And toys nowadays are more expensive because of their better quality. Just tell Jake to wait or make a promise with him or something. And then you guys can buy some toys yourself. Huh? You don't think my son is cute? That's not what I'm saying. It's just that I don't like being forced to shop all the time. Of course, I don't mind playing with him. You were such a useless sister. What's an aunt for? Samantha, what the heck is going on? I just had dinner with my fiancé with our parents. And his parents were there as well. And Jake was so rude. What? What are you talking about? What's wrong with taking him over there at our parents' house? He was very rude at the dinner table. How are you raising him? I can't believe what he did. What did he do? Jake was just eating his parents' food as if they were his own. That's because his parents said it was okay, right? But still, isn't it rude to eat both of their food like that? He's old enough to know about this. He could have at least said thank you. I can't believe he ate them all without even saying thank you. Are you making fun of my son? No, I'm not. I wonder how you're taking it. If he doesn't understand, shouldn't his mother, which is you, be the one to teach him? I don't want to be talked down by you who doesn't know what it's like to raise a child. There's more. He even spilled coffee on my fiancé's mother's dress. That's beyond rude. But he's just a child, that's all. You can't be bothered by everything he does, you know. It's because you don't discipline him at all. What's that? He ate other people's food as if they were his. He spilled the coffee because he was trying to get the food from under the table. I feel bad for my mother-in-law since it's a very expensive dress. Why don't you just take her dress to a dry cleaning? The coffee stain will come right off, won't it? That's not the point. I'm angry at you for letting him do whatever he wants. I want to raise my child in a relaxed environment. I just don't want to be oversensitive and nagging like you. I think you're misinterpreting the meaning of relaxed environment. You're clearly being disrespectful. You should be the one to teach him for his sake. I'm not a little person like you. Why should I get angry at a child for spilling coffee? Think about the situation. My fiancé and his parents were there for a final greeting before we get married. You need to respect the situation. Our mom and dad were both stunned. That's right. Mom and dad even scolded me because of you. I only went there to show them Jake to mom and dad. Why should I be scolded? It's because you're insane. If you could have predicted his behavior, you should have promptly took him to another room. Why did you bother to stay with us in the dining room? That's because we're relatives too. We need to see each other, don't we? I apologized again and again to his parents. They said they were appalled. You know what? It's because you're like that. It makes the people you're marrying to and their family small-minded. What kind of family can't laugh and forgive what a child has done? Anyway, Jake is 5 years old now, so I think you should teach him some manners. I'm sure there will be opportunities to have dinner with your friends and your husband's business associates. He should at least be able to greet them. I wish you wouldn't meddle in our parenting. You're talking like Jake can't do anything. I won't forgive you even though you're my sister. What if it affects his personality as he grows because of you? No, I think it's more likely that he'll go crazy if you don't do anything about it. I'm talking about Jake's future, okay? Don't get cocky just because you're about to get married. I think you're getting too arrogant. Apologize for making fun of my son. I'm not making fun of him. I'm just asking you to be a parent. He didn't do anything wrong. Apologize now. I don't understand. I'm the one who wants you to apologize to my fiancé and his parents.
Hey, Melody, I heard from your mother last night. She said Samantha and Jake caused trouble for you. I want to apologize to your fiancé and his family.
Hi, Adam. You shouldn't apologize, but thanks for your concern.
No, Samantha and Jake are my family. I'm responsible for what my family did.
I see.
His parents must have been angry, right? Jake was so rude to them. I told him to be nice to other people.
I'm glad you did that.
I'll pay for the dry cleaning of the dress. If she wants to buy a new one, I'll pay for that too.
Thank you very much. I'll ask his parents about that and let you know. I'm sure they'll be fine since you apologized.
I'm sorry for making you feel bad.
You're busy with work every day, so I didn't tell you because it's about my own sister. But actually, I've been in trouble with Samantha often.
What?
She comes over to our house and just goes into the kitchen. Whenever she found good meat, fish, sweets, or anything good, she just takes them home.
Seriously?
Whenever my mother says something, she always says, Jake needs to eat good food. She always takes a lot of food from our house. My mother is grumbling that no matter how much money we have for food, it's never enough.
I think I might know what food she took from there.
And most of the toys Jake wanted, I had to buy for him. And all the expensive ones.
There are indeed a lot of toys here.
Jake always tells me, Mommy told me to ask you to buy it for me. So I couldn't say no. I told my sister about it, but she said, "Don't you think my son is cute?"
Is that what she's saying? I don't know why she's doing it when she has enough money to buy us toys.
Once I get married, I won't be able to spend so much for Jake. It would be great if you could talk to her about it.
Of course. And I'll reimburse you for all the expenses you've paid so far.
No, I didn't mean it like that. As long as she's careful from now on, that's all I ask.
I'm sorry again. I had no idea Samantha was so selfish.
Adam, I have one more favor to ask.
What is it?
Sis, what's this all about? I just came into the waiting room to get ready for the wedding, and my wedding dress is all torn up. There's a bouquet of flowers from Jake next to it. Did you do this?
I would never do such a thing. Don't be ridiculous.
Then who did it?
Oh, that? Well, I was distracted by the bouquet of flowers I gave you. I'm sorry, but my little son ripped up your dress with scissors.
Huh? Why does he even have scissors?
I don't know, but it looks like he put them in my bag on his own some time ago. I guess he remembered that and took them out. I noticed he was happily tweezing your wedding dress. He's really into crafts these days.
How could you let him do that? I have to wear it and do my hair and makeup now. I can't wear it if it's torn to pieces like this.
But it suits you.
Sis, why are you doing this? You're the one who told Jake to do it, aren't you?
That's quite a thing to say. It's your fault for not inviting us to the wedding. Jake and I were both looking forward to attending the wedding. I bought my own expensive dress and even bought Jake a brand new suit. Now, all of a sudden, you're telling me we're not invited? This is all your fault.
Because I don't know what you would do if you come. My fiancé and his parents asked me not to have you and Jake at the wedding.
Huh? You're rude, but the guy you're marrying is pretty rude too. I've never heard of a sister of the bride not being allowed to attend a wedding.
That's because you do a lot of terrible things. You never apologized after all Jake has done. Anyone would be disgusted. Don't you think it's natural that I don't want you to attend my wedding?
Oh, I see. If you insist that much, we'll leave quietly.
What?
I was going to see you in your pretty wedding dress.
That's terrible.
Well, you can't even wear it if it's all torn up, can you? I think it's a waste of time to wait for you, so I'm going home.
You have been mean to me ever since we were little. You break my things, you steal my things. You blame me for things I didn't do and tell Mom and Dad about it. Well, they knew you were lying, though.
Huh?
But I didn't think you'd go that far.
I've hated you since you were little. Just because you're a little prettier, doing a little better at school, you've always been the center of attention. Mom and Dad were always on your side, weren't they?
I don't think so. I think they care about you too. And yet, they only scolded you because of your disrespectful behavior.
This time too, all they talk about is you, and they didn't care about Jake and I.
That's because we have a once-in-a-lifetime wedding coming up. Isn't that how they were at your wedding?
Don't be silly. Anyway, I don't like you.
I didn't think you'd go this far just because you don't like me.
Anyway, Jake and I are going home. Send me a picture later with your tattered wedding dress. I'm looking forward to it.
Hey, what's this bill? Are you kidding me? How can I pay $80,000? What the heck is going on? What? Don't you get it, sis? What? You ripped up my wedding dress, so you're paying for it. Why is the wedding dress so expensive? I was supposed to be the first one to wear that dress. What do you mean? It was specially designed by a famous international wedding dress designer. It was new this season. It was expensive, so I was worried about renting it. But my fiancé said it would be a once-in-a-lifetime event, so it would be great to wear it. What? If it was torn to shreds without being worn even once, the wedding hall must have lost a lot of money. Of course, they're going to make you pay for it. Even if that's the case, it was Jake who did that, not me. Jake is just a child, so it's your responsibility. He was just playing with it. Why should I pay for it? You were supposed to wear it, so you should pay for it. Why? The bill is in your name, right? Then you should pay for it. Oh no! In the first place, I told you not to go to the wedding venue. And I'm sure Adam stopped you too. I had a bad feeling about it, so I explained the situation to him. And yet this morning, I got a call from him saying you and Jake were gone. I was surprised to hear that. I told you I was looking forward to it. I'm your sister, so it's only natural that I should attend your wedding. Adam was completely stunned. Not only about today. He said you've been spending all your savings on luxuries. What? He thought he was making enough money to live on, but you said you didn't have enough. So Adam was wondering why you would say that. He got suspicious and checked the savings he'd been saving for Jake's future. It turned out there was almost no money left. That's... Adam must have turned pale. Besides, I wonder what he'll think when he sees the bill this time. Melody, do something about it! I can't believe this is happening! He's going to get mad like hell! Well, I have something more to tell you. What? I'm going to charge you a fee for another wedding dress. Fortunately, the staff was able to find me a dress right away. So we were able to have our wedding without a problem. But I couldn't wear the wedding dress I was looking forward to. It was a once-in-a-lifetime thing. So I'm paying for 2 dresses? We're sisters, aren't we? Are you going to charge me that much? Do you have any idea how many people you've caused trouble to? It's only natural to think of it as a nuisance fee, isn't it? And by the way, I think they're going to charge you through the wedding hall, so you won't get away with it. They might even file a civil suit against you. Are you kidding? Why is this such a big deal? I was just getting back at you for being mean to me. Mean? You're the one who has been mean to me. Don't try to turn this around. Anyway, you should pay what you're charged. Oh no!
Such a terrible situation due to my lack of supervision. I can't apologize enough. Don't worry, I'll pay for the damages and fees.
Thank you very much. I'm so thankful that the waiting room at the ceremony had a security camera. If it weren't for that footage, I would have been charged for the dress and everything. I feel sorry for you, though.
No, thanks to that evidence, I can move on too. I'm glad I've put my mind to it. Thank you, Melody.
We were able to have the wedding as planned, so I'm glad about that.
I'll make it up to you, I promise.
It's over now, so don't worry about it. My husband and his family were satisfied, so it's all good. Divorce! What should I do? Why are you asking me? All I can say is that you deserve it. Oh no! He found out what you have been doing, including about your money spending, and he was shocked. He sold all of my collection of luxury brand clothes, bags, shoes, accessories to compensate for your wedding dress and everything you've paid for Jake. You deserve that too, don't you think? But that shouldn't be enough. He told me I would have to pay the rest in installments after the divorce. How am I supposed to pay for this when I don't even have a job? It's all your fault that I'm in this mess. You should pay it instead of me. Huh? You are so wrong. Do you know how much I spent on Jake's toys? It's quite a lot. And how much do you think I spent on food for my parents? We're a family, so it's fine. It's not fine. We each have our own jobs and make ends meet on our monthly salaries. And you did a great job of spending on your own luxurious stuff. That's not true. You paid to your sweet nephew. Our parents just paid for their little girls. And now? I warned you several times, didn't I? And yet, it was you who did all those despicable things. Adam is working so hard, but because of you, he doesn't have a penny of his own money left. No wonder he's divorcing you. You're good friends with Adam, aren't you? Huh? Convince him that he shouldn't divorce me. With his income, I can pay the compensation and alimony somehow. So you convince him. How selfish are you? You're always so selfish, aren't you? You don't care about other people's problems, other people's feelings. That's not true. I'm not going to do that. Staying with you will only make things harder for him. I think he should divorce you. How dare you talk to me like that? Isn't it normal for a sister to wish for a sister's happiness? I've been treated like crap by you since I was little. I don't think that way. I'd rather you take this opportunity to reflect on what you've done. You don't have to be so cold. This isn't the first time I've asked you for a favor. Please, convince Adam. I will decline your request and stay away from our family from now on. I'm already married and have a new family. Don't be so cold. I don't know what I'm going to do now. Melody, please help me. I'm sorry, but I don't think anyone can help you. From now on, you're going to have to live on your own, and you're going to have to do it by yourself. Oh no! I'm not divorcing you to Adam, but he refused to listen to what she had to say. So she finally gave up and signed the divorce papers in tears. Jake was taken in by Adam because she was not capable of raising a child. Adam's parents will be responsible for his upbringing. To be honest, I was worried about Jake, but I was relieved to hear that Adam and his parents will raise him. My parents are completely fed up with Samantha and will not allow her to return to our parents' home. Samantha, who has no money, has found a cheap job and spends her time crying when she goes back to her cheap apartment. She should have had a good life, but it's all her fault that it turned out this way. She will continue to live a lonely life, at least until she pays back the money to Adam. She deserves it. I am happy with my new family. My husband and I have just started a savings account for our newborn child.